I'm going to show you guys the best and most efficient Genesis camo grind to be done in under 30 hours. Stick around for the whole video for tips. So before you can start your camo grind, there's 11 missions you're gonna have to complete first. I recommend you just speed run them because you're not here for the campaign, and campaign was mid as hell, to be honest. But once you complete the campaign, you have access to endgame, which is the open world environment where you can actually go camo grind. Once you have access to endgame, that's going to be the most important part, because then you're going to have access to your loadout, and from here you can pick out whichever rifle you want, whatever weapon you want, your melee. The secondary, well, the second weapon, you usually have to pick these up in game, and I'll go more into detail about that. But you get this operator with special abilities. The only way you can unlock more special abilities is by using combat, is by completing assignments in the game, like missions, getting kills, and this is going to give you power. I believe it's called combat power, and you're able to pretty much upgrade these tracks right here. Like you can see here, these are fully maxed out, but every time you go up in combat rating, you get to pretty much tick off one more. And since we're in the topic with the operator, I highly recommend to use, for the major ability, Crash Cart. A lot of other streamers did use Active Camo. Why I like Crash Cart? I like to play solo, and this can be used as a self-revive if you don't have one. So if you're down, you press L1, R1, or whatever you use to select your field upgrade, and this has saved me a lot of times, because once you die and get eliminated, and especially playing solo, your your combat power goes all the way back down to 0, combat rating. However, if you do play with the team, you do respawn as long as your team is still up, which is good, but I just don't like playing with randoms. For the minor ability, I highly recommend either kinetic jump or grappling hook. There's a big debate on which was better, and honestly, this is up to your, whichever you prefer to use. Kinetic jump is better for if you're on flat surfaces, there's nothing to grapple to. Grappling hook is better if there's trees nearby, buildings, you get that momentum so you can glide, because that's going to be your main form of movement. You don't really use vehicles. You can, but these two are going to be way faster to move around the map. For the slide method, which might be patched soon, I think it's going to be patched because it's really OP and it makes this grind super easy. You're going to make sure you have tackle, skilled up or whatever. If it shows up early, pick this as soon as you can, because pretty much sliding, diving, or tactical sprint knocks down fears and soldiers. Yeah, it says knock down, but once you're a higher level, it actually kills them, and each kill counts as a critical kill, which is going to be essential to get your first 250 kills. And you can go through a gun between 10 and 20 minutes, and I'll show you guys the best area as well. Another area where it's super important is kills regenerate armor, because once you're able to slide and kill multiple enemies with one slide, you automatically get more plates. So you're this moving machine that's just sliding, getting critical kills, and you're pretty much never losing health, which is just insane. So what I would do at the start of the map, once you go to full combat rating, is you're going to want to go straight to the command center if you're going in with the weapon. So when you're playing solo and you're high combat rating, you're going to spawn automatically by yourself, and I'll show you guys the slide method, how OP it is. So you go in a command center. Sometimes the bots are not even loaded in. You can see, look, I'm just either running towards them, like tackling them, or you can even slide, and you can see my plates are regenerating health as I'm doing this. Super easy. You go in there, and obviously you're gonna be fully plated. Everything already has self-revive. I think your crash car is like kind of loading up, but you just want to wipe this out. You don't even need to, so you can just go here, boom, go up. The boss is gonna spawn on the second floor. You can just wipe it all out. Like, you can see how OP this method, and I don't think this is supposed to count as critical kills. Like, I have a feeling they're gonna nerf this, so the time to do this is now. A lot of people don't know you can do this. You can even slide if it's kind of being stubborn and you're like stuck. That's gonna force it to be a critical kill. I think I got everyone. And see, the boss didn't even spawn in yet. Actually, wait, I joined this game late. I guess somebody killed this boss. I don't know where the boss is, because I did not kill the boss. Anyways, there should be a boss, and you can even kill these annoying guys with the shield with just sliding, which makes it really effective. And then you guys can appreciate how nice the Peacemaker looks. Peacekeeper, not Peacemaker. Anyways, you're gonna upgrade your weapon right away. You can only upgrade one weapon per combat center, so you can go to another one if you want. And you know which weapon is your primary, because the damage in the bottom right, DMG 3, is next to the 80. It's telling you is your primary. You can see my secondary, that DMG 3 is going to the second layer, so that's how you can tell. Before I was going to do the final elite challenges, I would go straight here with the weapon I'm trying to get the camo on, like molten gold, moonstone, and I would come here and I would check for weapons I haven't done. So I had a tracker. I'll make sure I link it down below. It was very helpful and it saves. So I would pick up a weapon and work on the background. If I'm waiting for like special elites, I'm working on the other one to get critical kills. And you can see there's already 4 options there. There's another place upstairs, I believe, as well. Some of them just has like tacticals. Let's see, that's more weapons. That's already 6. There's usually one in here as well, so in the bathroom, I think. Yeah. And then there's usually like a tactical lethals area. So I'll go straight there. And since we're on this area, pretty much you're gonna stay mainly in this side of the map. I spent majority of my camo grind there. We're gonna fly, and what I would do for the 250 kills with the slide method is I would kind of aggro them on purpose. They're gonna start following you, and trust me, they hit very weak in this area. Get this area here, and then there's another one. So I'll try to get 2 to 3 to make it most efficient as possible. Let's see, yeah, they're still following me. And don't be scared, because trust me, you're gonna regenerate your health. So you can see, look at all these zombies. Now with the slide method, why instead of shooting them, you know, one at a time, like you can see here, I noticed when you're sliding to them on their side, it's super more effective. And you can already tell, I'm just going through these critical kills. Like, how does this count as critical kills? So this is even good for XP grinding, and you can see my health is still untouched. Look at that, I already went to 30. So you can imagine you need 250 of these. I did 30 in like what, 20 seconds? So that's gonna be the most broken method there. You could look for special elites in this area too. Mangler spawn, disciple spawn. I noticed in the recent patch update, disciples are spawning more, which is really good. So you can get your elite camos. These do not count as special, so don't waste your time. I'll show you guys a better method to kill elites. If you guys want more special elites, you're gonna go right here. The prime target is gonna be your best friend, because there's a guaranteed you're gonna get between 4 to 5 special enemies, which is, and you need 20 to get molten gold. So this is gonna speed up your grind tremendously. And the special enemies in this game is usually the raiders. You can find a lot around the Coliseum. I have not practiced that, or can give, you know, a firm number of what's expected. But with the raiders, is it the GR56? It's the black looking robots, not the white stormtrooper looking ones. Those don't count as special enemies. Dogs don't count as special enemies. So I already know this guy. Let's see. See the Titan. This guy's a special, oh no, an elite enemy, so he's not gonna count. It'll say elite as well once I kill him. You can see how much health they have. See, elite enemy, so that counts as an elite, and I kill them right away. So you can do the slide method with these dudes because they're hard as hell to kill, annoying. Sometimes it's not a consistent one slide kill, but you can see there for the most part they are. And I'm regenerating health. These are the special enemies. They're called GR6. That's what those are. So you want to make sure you take out the weapon you're grinding, and it says special enemy critical kills. Those are not. That's another one. That's 2. Usually there's 4 of these guys that spawn, and they're usually around opposite corner. There's another one right there. 3. These guys aren't. These guys aren't as well. The guys with the rocket launchers. There should be one more somewhere around here. Let's see. Someone shot. Right here is the last one. Yep. And right there, there's 4. So some of them have 5. And I would do this same exact rotation every game. I would go here. Then I would go to this one right here. And they respawn over time. So then you would just fly to the other one. So here, let's see if this guy. So yeah, see, this is a raider. This is a special, not an elite. Even though it has an icon, it's very weird. But you're gonna see, it's gonna say special. See, special enemy critical kill. So that's 1. I already know there's gonna be 5 enemies here. Then 5 special elites, because you kill that dude, and then you get the 4 GR6s, and they usually flying. So this is another one right here. 2. You don't even have to kill anybody else. But look, they're both right here. You can even do the slide method. I notice it kills them faster. So there's really no point in shooting. Wait. Get off me. So I kill what? Was it 3 of them? There should be one more somewhere else around here. Right here. Slide. Kill them. So you could also do this one as well. These have GR6s as well. Sometimes it has none. Sometimes it has 4. So they're a risk. You can kind of tell from looking at the ground, however. So like that is the white ones that you're not gonna get it. This looks like the black one, so this one should have it. That was a raider, so you can see right there I had one raider, so at least I got one special enemy. Let's activate this right here. And just for time efficiency, I would turn on both of them if you can. Depends on how your health is, place, everything. But see, GR6, there's one right here. There's another one right here. Technically, you don't even have to finish it. These, I know these aren't over here. They're the white ones. These are the tech guild enemies, however, since that's our next time. One of the annoying challenges is you got to kill 50 of those. And these count as tech guild. I believe the black ones do as well. So these are called GR5s. So these, from here, you would get at least 3 to 4 per time. Sometimes it won't have none, it will just have dogs. But those come from those planes, those VTOLs. So you want to do that. Sometimes you get 4 of them in the surprise shipment. So I would cycle between the surprise shipment and I would between the grid takedowns. Those were, it's a long grind, but you will get the 50 eventually. If you guys have the challenge of killing 25, I believe it's called dogs, sentries, drones, the only contract you will need is a surveillance control. With this one, you get to farm the drones, which is going to be the easiest method, over and over with just one contract. These spawn on unlimited surveillance drones. So you'll see, you can see over there, this is one, they're super easy to kill. For some reason it says 2 a lot of the times. I don't know why. It says 1 right there. I don't know why it says 2. I did notice one time I was able to do only half the challenge and it counted. To kill human enemies, the easiest way to do that is you're pretty much going to go to guild checkpoints. You can go to command centers. Command centers will give you the most bang for your buck because that's where most of the humans are. I believe you're going to need 100 of those. So pretty much with these you get a guaranteed 9, but then a car comes in and a VTOL which brings in more enemies, so you can probably leave with around 15 to 20 enemies, and you can cycle between those. You get more through strong box crack and then more through those command centers, and usually 2 to 3 of those challenges and then you should be at 100%. Make sure you guys are combining it with other challenges, because if you need 100 kills with a suppressor, 8 attachments and 100 human kills, just make sure you focus and combining everything to make it as efficient as possible. So the new method is now you're gonna have to go to this area here. This area here will give you the most efficient time to get as much enemies in a short time, and you're really gonna need the arrow 109. This thing makes it so easy where you just 2-tap the enemy and then you just finish them off, pause, with the weapon of your choice so you can get to 10. Okay, let's go for the knife. Where are you going, Twin? Alright, let's get to the other guy.
Indicating waypoint.
Yeah, 1. Oh my. Chill. Oh my god, chill. Okay, let me make him more weak with this. Ah, I got it. Let's go to the top. I got it. Turn me the fuck up, bro.